The topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the host and their guests, and not those of W4CS Radio, its employees, or affiliates. W4CS makes no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening to the Cancer Support Network on W4CS.com.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Survive and Live Well. Thanks again for tuning in. This is April Fontana, the Oracle Healer, filling in for Ellen Jacobs. I'm a distant clairvoyant energy healer. I'm the founder of the Oracle Method, which is an intense multi-dimensional energy healing technique. I'm an energy surgeon. I specialize in emotional blockages. I talk to your subconscious without any hypnosis, your higher self. Basically, it's anything. Anything's possible with the Oracle Method. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give some healing crystal tips first. And then this is a live call-in show, and I'll give you the number ahead of time. So after I'm done with the crystal tips, we're going to be taking callers for free 5-minute healings. Or you can just ask me a question, anything you like. The phone number is 561-623-9427. Okay, so I get asked lots of questions about crystals. The number one question is, now this is how I do it. You can read books and get a bunch of different answers, but how do you clean crystals? Well, I do a lot of it with energy work, but if you don't do energy work, no problem. The standard way is Himalayan salt. You can get, it depends on how many crystals. Let's just say you're using a big kitchen salad bowl size. With something like that, just put a half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt and only distilled water, okay? Normal temperature, distilled water. Fill it to the top, stir it with a spoon, throw your crystals in, leave them in there for 24 hours, rinse them off, because you don't want a film on there from the salt. Even though you're not using a lot of salt, you shouldn't have one. But I always rinse them off with distilled water, and then I tap them dry so there's no spots on them, and then I put them out in the sun for a couple hours. If it's really hot outside where you are, like 90 degrees, only put them out for a half an hour. A lot of people clear their crystals with smoke, sage. I don't like that at all. I don't want smoke on my crystals. That's entirely up to you what you want to do. Now, when you first get them, you definitely have to do it that way. Especially the darker crystals, the black crystals like jet, black tourmaline, hematite. Those have to be cleaned once a week, I would say, because they're sucking up stuff and it's going into the crystal instead of going on you. Example, I use black tourmaline and smoky quartz together. That works for me to block out any EMFs. I'm talking about the bracelets, the little stretchy bracelets. And also the solar flares. A lot of people get zapped. They get tired. They get all kinds of stuff goes on with the solar flares. It's too much energy. Instead of getting zapped with that and having to just wait it out for a week and feel terrible, just wear the bracelets. It takes care of the EMFs and the solar flares. So what happens is, say you're at your computer and you have your bracelets on, okay? the EMFs are not going to hit your body. They're going into the bracelets. That's how it works. Negative energy. They're going into the bracelets. They're not going on you. So I like to clean all my crystals once a week. But I also clean and recharge them every night with a very simple way. A big, well, for me it's big because I have a lot of crystals, an amethyst cluster. The darker the amethyst, the better. Usually it's from Brazil. A big amethyst cluster. You don't need water. You don't need salt. You don't need the sun. You throw all your jewelry or whatever, your wands, whatever, on the cluster at night. And you wake up and everything is perfectly clean and charged. That's what I do. If you want to sleep with, because of the solar flares or whatever, if you want to sleep with your black tourmaline and smoky quartz like I do, I never take it off. I have 2 sets of bracelets. So I'll sleep with one, wake up, throw it on the amethyst, put on the fresh ones. That's what I do. Now, programming your crystals. I only program maybe 2 crystals. And what programming is, if nobody knows, is say you have a hematite bracelet, and hematite is for grounding and other things. But you want that particular bracelet, for whatever reason, to do a little something extra. Say you have a lot of jealousy around you, a lot of envy. Say you want it to shield you. This is how I do it. I take the bracelet. If it's new, you have to get acquainted with it. Okay? How do you do that? Well, you can meditate to it. You can just stare at it and feel inside the crystal. Really get a feeling for it. Feel an appreciation for it, for what it is. You can say a little prayer to it. I of course, chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo to it. And then I would simply say something like, I would like you to do everything that you normally do with your healing properties as you are now. But I would like you to also protect me from any jealousy, envy, and I'd also like you to shield me. So when I have you on, I'm shielded and I don't have to worry about that. That's basically how I do it. I don't do it all technical. I don't do anything all technical and like it says on the internet. Okay. If you have trouble sleeping, I hear a lot, people put amethyst behind their pillow. You can do that, but if I put amethyst behind my pillow, forget it. I mean, that's going to make me astro instant. I'm going to be going all over the place. If that's your, what you want to do, then go ahead and put amethyst behind your pillow. If you want to just quiet your mind and just be able to get a good night's sleep, selenite's the one. They come in all shapes, sizes. I like a big heart-shaped. That's just my preference. Not a big stick, because if you lay your head behind your pillow, it can break. So I like the big, thick hearts. Don't get selenite wet. It's a mineral. It'll melt. So that's for trouble sleeping. I get a lot of questions about what crystal is for what. You can either get the book Crystal Prescriptions by Judy Hall, or if you want, say you want to know right now, because you heard me say it, oh, I wonder what crystal is good for that. You can go to my friend's shop, aurashop.com. There's a crystal prescription section in there. You just look up your letter, say it's you have a lot of pain. Look up pain, it'll give you several crystals, or you can add them together. Okay, so that is a lot of crystal tips. I want to answer some of these questions first before we take callers, because I just got a ton of them. I'll ramble through them real quick. Michelle is asking, can my thyroid be healed? Cindy is asking, can my COPD be healed? Anything can be healed through the Oracle method, or whatever method you want to use, but my method's intense. So the question is directed at me. So I'm assuming they're asking with my method. If I'm just a tool, that's all I am. I'm here to help you. If your energy allows the healing, it can be healed in an instant. If you're holding on to it, like you're doing a self-sabotage thing or something, then there's emotional blocks that have to be dealt with first. But say somebody really doesn't want to be healed, their subconscious will start talking to me saying, hey, I'm punishing myself. And I simply tell you what your subconscious is saying. We make it through the blocks and then we can move forward. So the answer to anything, not just thyroid, COPD, anything, is always the same answer. Okay, I'm getting questions like, is my older son ever going to get a job? I don't really answer future questions. I'm more of a soul reader, and to let you know what patterns you're in to help you with that. But I mean, I can do it. Rosie asked, she's writing a movie script, but you have no picture on your, I can't see a picture. So I'm not really going to be able to answer that. I'm getting a feeling about it, but I don't want to say anything unless I'm accurate. I'd be more accurate if your picture was on your profile. So Kimberly, yes, he will, but he's looking in the wrong direction. Whatever your son is looking for in a job, it needs to be a completely opposite direction. So say he's looking in, just example, he's trying to be a cashier. He needs to go into customer service. Do you know what I mean? It's the opposite. So he's just looking in the wrong direction. Kelly. Hi, April. My question is, can you do physical healing like repair lung tissues, adrenal glands? And if so, will the healing be permanent? Okay, that's a good question. Yes. Again, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a lung tissue or a broken leg or cancer. It's all the same answer. The permanent thing is an interesting question. You got the problem from an emotional issue. So if you do a session with me and we're working through it all, and then like a year later, you're doing the same thing, like I might suggest you need to do some meditation in the morning. You need to get centered with yourself. And I might suggest, I can tell you what vitamins you're lacking. If you don't do those things, if you don't basically help me help you, oh my God, sound like that movie now. That sounds just like Jerry Maguire. Sorry, that was funny. You have to do the work too. Otherwise, you'll go right back into your old patterns. Marcelo, I don't understand your question. You're putting a date there. I can't pronounce this girl's name. I would like to know how I can heal myself from my current mental state, or can I? Okay, well that's your problem right there. The problem is you don't believe you can. That's the main thing of any healing or any problem you have in your life, or why people aren't happy, or why people are scared over the ascension symptoms, or what the planets are doing. Yes, things have influences like what the planets are doing, but if you don't have a core belief in yourself or some kind of faith, then if you're asking, can I heal my mental state? Oh, well, if you're saying, can I? I'm sorry. No, you can't. Do you know what I mean? You're saying no. I'm not saying no. You're saying no because you're saying, can I? You have to believe you can. And then, bam, you have a chemical imbalance going on in your head, by the way. I'm also, I work in the brain as well. I see chemical imbalances like bipolar, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. When I go into somebody's brain, I'll see areas that are sparking and other areas that are not, and I correct that as well. So yes, I can help you understand and believe it. Let me give a few things. I like Abraham Hicks. She's very, it's a long story, she channels, but she's very positive. If you want to listen to Abraham Hicks, believe me, after you listen to her a couple times, you'll believe you can do anything. So you can do that. You can drum your head with positive energy instead of the negative stuff that's going on the internet. I'm going back to this date. I just need 1 second to focus on this date here. You're going to be okay. Marcello on that date. I'm seeing what that is. It's going to work out the way you want it to. Okay. Katie, can we learn how to assist in the healing once we had a healing with you? Like my thyroid and weight loss I'm still struggling with. Yes. You can take a class with me. I have a lot of free information on YouTube, but like the shielding last week on this show, I taught how to clean out your aura. A couple weeks prior to that on this show, I taught how to shield. All that stuff's for free. Basically, my first class is split up on this show. And the titles, it's in the title. You'll be able to find it. So yes, but if you wanted to get more detailed, you can just sign up for a class with me, and I can help you with that. Whatever I'm doing, anybody can do it. If you're not afraid to look or, feel. And if you are, I can show you how to not be afraid of it, because I already went through all that. So, Carmi, am I ever going to get a stronger connection to my angels? Yes, but you're confused. You don't trust what you're hearing. You need to get centered too. I'm seeing you're hearing actually two different things. You're hearing an answer over here and a different answer over here, and you don't know which one is which. That's very confusing. You have to be careful with that. You got to know who you're talking to. Once you know who you're talking to, you're using your mind too much. Feel with your body when you hear a guide or an angel saying something to you. Feel with your body. How'd your body feel when you heard that? This way you don't have to figure it out with your head. Oh, your stomach hurt? If your stomach hurt when you heard it, guess what? That's not something you want to listen to. So that's a little tip. Natalie, am I in the right relationship? Feeling confused at every turn. You guys really know all the answers. What's that Rumi quote? Find the answer. Oh, the answer is within your question. I love that. That's a good one, huh? For Natalie, you have a trust issue, first of all, and that's confusing your relationship because of past things that have happened. Also, a self-confidence issue, that's confusing your relationship as well. But I'm not feeling like a total match going on, but I'm not, that's why I don't like doing, future stuff or what's going to happen. I mean, who am I to say? Sure, I can give you a reading, but that's only good for the moment. Tomorrow, if you wake up and you meditate for 3 hours before you start your day, the answer is going to be different because you just changed your mindset. Last question. How can I heal my emotions? This is from I can't read this. What is this? Consuelo? How can I heal my emotions? Do I go and find someone that really loved me? Okay, you're not in touch with your energy at all. You're depending on other people. And I'm not just talking about because of what you wrote. I'm seeing it with friends and everybody else. You're looking for people to make you feel good. You need to start your day, and everybody should start their day with meditation, grounding yourself, doing some color therapy, cleaning out your aura, get in touch with what your body is telling you. Self-love. I need to talk about that now. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but this stuff is really important. And then we're going to take callers right after this one. Self-love cures everything. If you love yourself, everything works out. What if you don't? What do? Well, you can get a healing for one thing. Remove all the emotional blocks. Start with a clean slate. You can look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself every day, even if you cry when you say it, even if you don't believe it when you say it, doesn't matter. Because the reason you are having an issue not loving yourself is because of things that have happened. So that saying you believe what you hear all the time? Well, that's the problem. Now you need to reverse what you're hearing. So you have to pump yourself full of, I love myself. I'm going to make a bath with Himalayan salt, Epsom salt. I'm going to buy 3 pink roses and throw the petals all over the tub. And I'm a princess. I don't care if you don't believe it. Doesn't matter. Take the bath. You'll believe it. You do this for a week, this kind of stuff, you'll believe it. Your whole life will change. And then your emotions, you won't have to deal with that. You're told to get a grip on things. Sabrina, I miss you too. I had to add that in there. She put that. Okay, so we are ready for callers now. Again, sorry, but I get asked those questions all the time. Hello, you're on the air.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. My name's Mary, and this is April?
Yes, Mary.
I listened to your YouTube healing meditation, and I've told so many people about it. We're also Facebook friends. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
for
welcome.
Your work,
I'm
April.
trying to think, Mary. Well, I know you probably don't want to say your last name. I'm trying to think of which Mary this is. I know.
My last name is Martinez.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, and thanks for spreading the stuff around.
Yes, definitely. I really feel that you just have such a giving heart, and you're a true healer. So I don't really say that very often at all. So there's a lot of people. Not to disrespect anyone. There's just some things resonate and some don't. And I turn off almost everything. So. Anyway,
thank you so much. You just made my day.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm shaking. So hopefully I can get my verbal skills together here.
Go ahead. Just feel free. I'm just like, let's just say whatever you want kind of thing.
Okay. I did notice I've experienced a little sensation in my, I don't know how graphic I can be, but in my breast area. I'm really against the modern medicine field as we know it. I kind of call it profit medicine. Mm-hmm. And so I've been doing a few things just naturally to try to heal. And, yet with that, I also know that I have been blocked in some areas, and trying to take responsibility for that, I feel that that's really stressed me out even more. So I was wondering if you might be able, April, to take a look and kind of see what's going on with me from your opinion.
What is the sensation that you're feeling?
It was burning. I've treated it with some essential oils and meditation. I have been using actually your meditation on YouTube. That's one of the tools I use. And
the color rain therapy.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, and I'm a very visual person, and
that's good.
I think I'm right-brained in my thinking, and it's just with a lot of meditations, I haven't been able to visualize them, and with yours, it was so powerful for me because I was actually able to go in and literally before you even said anything about dark water, that's what I saw was there.
Right. You know why I think it's different? Because I'm not giving a meditation that like the standard meditation is the person is kind of doing it for you.
Mhm.
But mine is I'm telling you how to do it.
Exactly, and I think that's just
that's the difference. I mean, I do have personalized ones that I do for certain clients that work every time they re-listen to it. It's like my guides told me about it. They say you can make a 5-minute audio for a person, and somehow my energy is redoing that particular healing every time they hear it. It's not that they're just listening to it; it's really going on. So
it's amazing, and I think that's so powerful too. I think that acknowledging just the power, and just the how do I say it, just that energy is so real, and I think that people are finally, they're finally starting to get the concept of that, but I do still think that there's that prevailing attitude where people are like, oh, heal me, or whatever, and, like calling you up, I wanted to make it really clear that, in my opinion, it's definitely the work of that person's spirit. They need to be engaged. I don't feel that people can really go to someone and ask for another person to heal them.
Right. Well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, if somebody's having a heart attack, they're more focused on they're having a heart attack. I get a lot of calls from the ER room. My husband's having a heart. Yeah, my husband's having a heart attack right now. I just stick my hand right in the heart, clean out the arteries, and he's good to go.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, in cases like that, or the leg is broken, if you don't really know how to go in there and do surgery on your leg, I think the mental stuff would be a lot more easier than the physical. Okay, I have liver cancer. Let me clean. I go in there and with my hands are in the organs. So so I understand what you mean, but there's another aspect to it as well.
Yeah, no, point very well taken.
I keep seeing your mom, by the way.
Oh, gee. I wonder why.
I don't know.
There's so much going on. We don't even have time for that.
Did she ever have a problem with her breast?
She actually, I think she has in the past, but nothing's ever been, malignant. She has a lot of health issues, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what breast are we talking about?
For me, it would be my left.
Okay, so can I come in?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Well, most of this is emotional because your mom is also okay. How I see things with emotional things is your mom is real tiny in your breast. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out that negative emotions you're having. So basically, your little mom, I'm going to pull her out. Okay?
Okay. All right.
So I know it sounds funny, but that's just how I see everything. So.
No, I'm laughing because it actually makes sense, and it's a relief.
You have a rib out, too, right under that breast. I'm going to pop it back in, okay?
I have a rib out. Interesting.
Yeah. Do the other side. Okay, now I'm actually, you're not going to feel it unless you're really sensitive. I'm going to stick my hand to check because of the sensitivity of the subject. I'm going to stick my hand actually in it. That's what I do. I don't feel around, sort of. I'm sticking it in so I can check this for you. Because I obviously I can feel what you're worried about, so. No, my cat is not going to meow while I'm on the radio.
I have kitties too.
Oh,
I talk cat.
Okay, here I go. The sensation you're getting, it's on the outer part, towards the a little bit towards the bottom of the breast.
Well, where it's radiating from is more towards, like, the top of it.
Yeah, well, you got this very odd fluid buildup in there that's not supposed to be in there. And hold on. It's hot. 1 second. I'm checking for something. It looks like a tiny river in there. I'm going to pull this out. Just so you know, when I stick my hand in somebody's whatever, and if it's cancer, how I feel cancer is, I cannot hold up my hand. That did not happen with you. That did not happen with you.
Right, and okay.
You have a buildup of fluid. It's very odd. It's almost like you had an allergy because it wasn't an infection.
Okay.
At first look, when I'm seeing this extra fluid, you would think it's an infection, but this has something to do with some kind of allergy. Hold on a second. Plus that lid.
Very, very interesting. Okay.
Hold on, let me do this. Balancing the water content in your body. Balancing all 84 minerals in your body. Only 73 were working properly. Now all 84 are working properly. Okay, so the minerals we're not getting in that area of the breast. There's a block in there. Okay, balancing all the vitamins in your body. Reversing any environmental allergies or anything you're allergic to inside your body, like autoimmune, which you are not, but I do it anyway. Reversing any allergy you might have in your house. So every time I do something, I'm seeing this fluid get a little smaller, plus I'm pulling it out at the same time. I didn't just pull it out because I want to know what it is. So, but it started with an emotion, and that area got weak. So.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, hold on a second. This is a food allergy too. Do you eat dairy products?
I do eat some, but yeah, I've been feeling like I shouldn't be doing that.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
Let me remove out of your body all the dairy that you ate.
Okay.
This way you won't feel the effects of it, but that doesn't mean you can cheat. Okay.
Right.
Hold on. One more thing, and then I'll go to the next caller. I'm balancing the hormones in your body. Whoa. First of all, your estrogen was too high, your progesterone was too low. Your thyroid was off.
Okay.
One last thing. Clearing any negative emotions from your mind. Opening your crown. There you go. How does it feel, or can you not tell yet?
I'm sorry?
How does it feel, or can you not tell yet? Put your hand on it.
You know what? It feels great. seriously, I have no tenderness there.
Great.
Thank you.
See, you
April,
don't
I'm
have...
going to keep telling people about you. I really, really appreciate the work that you're doing.
Oh, no problem at all. Just be aware. Just be aware of whatever's going on with your mom. It's just going on with your mom. You don't have to internalize it like that because you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that, like if you went to the doctor and said, what's going on with my breast? That's the problem. There was like 6 different things going on with your breast. There was the emotional response with your mom. There was fluid in there from environmental allergies and also from dairy. Okay. Your rib right underneath was out a little bit, and I just popped both sides in, so it would send a radiating feeling. But it was swollen there. All kinds of stuff was going on. So but I understand you're going to sit there and you're going to get scared.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that now you don't have to worry about it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You enjoy your day.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thanks, April. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, that was a great call. Okay, so we're going to just keep taking calls for the rest of the time we have. I'll be shorter on the next ones. Probably about 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most. Hello, area code 916, you're on the air.
Hi, April. It's Malia.
Hi. How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
I'm
How
good.
are you?
I was calling for a reading.
You want a reading or a healing?
A reading.
Okay, a reading. Hold on a second. You have to stop being so angry with yourself. No matter what you do, it's not good enough.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of direct. This is what I do. This is how I do readings because I'm clairvoyant. I don't pull cards. I put you inside like a miniature house, and then I go into each room. Obviously, I can't do that right now because that would be a full reading. But to get the gist of your life, I simply picture you in the living room sitting at the couch. And then I look at what's going on around you and how you feel. So for anyone that's trying to be clairvoyant out there, trying to do clairvoyant readings out there, you might want to try this little tip about the house because it separates your mind and it's not all over the place because you just go into different rooms. Like the bathroom would be health, the bedroom would be love. When you open the door, it's just gonna be about love in that room. Okay, so with you, I'm just seeing that you're not like satisfied with the things that you're doing. Like you feel like you should be in a different place. So when I do readings, I'm talking like at the core of your being, like what you might not talk to other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how you feel really deep in there. I do that so we get to once you fix the really deep stuff, then the other stuff is just fluff. Everything else is easy. You won't even have any questions. Do you know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing like, hold on one second. At the core of your being, that's what I'm feeling. If I look on another level, like if I take you out of the living room and put you in the public, you look like everything's peachy. And you might even feel like everything's peachy. It's when you get alone and think is when you start to feel what I was talking about when you first called. How do you feel about that? Or do you want to ask me a direct question?
I guess I'm concerned about allergies.
Allergies.
Wondering if I'm allergic to wheat or dairy.
Okay. I'm testing you. Because I'm not in your energy, so I'm doing kinesiology the way I do it. 1 second. Are you allergic to milk? Are you allergic to cheese? Are you allergic to wheat? Gluten? Well, your body does not, okay, there's layers of this stuff. Your body does not like wheat, but it's not actually allergic to it. Your body really hates dairy products. In fact, when you eat dairy products, you might not be making the connection, but you can't focus because it's like clogging the transmitters in your brain. It's hard to focus if you eat dairy. It kind of like, if you can see what I see, it just like sticks on the transmitters. And normally when I see someone allergic to that, I have to scrape it off. Do you have an issue focusing? Like,
I have like a over attention awareness, kind of like what they call ADD, though I don't believe in that.
Okay. Well, I have another minute. You want me to go in your brain?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Do you believe in past lives? Parallel lives?
I do.
Yeah, you have a parallel life that is influencing that feeling that you're dealing with. And what I do with that, I don't dig into the life and say, oh, you did this, you did that. What I do is I just make that life dormant. So I have to ask your permission. Do you want me to do that? It doesn't like take away the life. That's not possible. Because they're parallel. So I just need to make that dormant, and then I'll go into your brain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. I did that. Now I'm in your brain, and I see a lot of areas that are not sparking right. So I'm going to zip through this. So I'm activating the areas that are not sparking right and balancing everything out. This is deep rooted here. And when the question, when you first called, that would be a compulsive sort of thing. That can get compulsive if you feel like it can, not feeling like you might want everything perfect, or it annoys you when it's not, or you're too anxious, or any of these things they all call diseases. You know, that could be from the inner core question that I answered when you first called. So you might not understand it at all right now, but when you think about it in meditation, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. So, okay, so I'm done with your brain. This is urgent for you, and then maybe one quick call for like 3 minutes. So, balancing your hormones, balancing your water, balancing your minerals. Please grab a pen as fast as you can. You're lacking vitamin C, B12, B complex. I'm throwing it all in. The The proper ones are on my website that I'm throwing in you, so I know you're not having a reaction to it. You can go on my website and just click on supplements. It'll redirect you to iHerb. So your main thing with you is that all your fluids were not in harmony. And that was also creating, what you were talking about. Hold on, let me just open up your crown, but very gently I'm going to do this. Well, I cleaned it first. How do you feel?
I feel better.
Okay, I'm going to shield you intensely because you're an empath and I don't think you realize it. You're picking up on everybody's everything and it's making you feel like the doctor's going to say you're ADD.
I see.
That's what it is. So, here we go. One layer, second layer, third layer. You're not grounded. I'm grounding you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. While you're out. There you go. Okay, I just saw you sink in, so you must have gotten calm, and now you're going to be focused because the crown's open as well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Anything I did, the shielding and all that, just that's all over the place. Just go to my YouTube channel and you can find that.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and everything you do.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the support. You calling in, and I'm glad you're going to, feel better and understand. But just think about that, what I was saying when you first called.
I will, definitely.
Because that's going to be the key to crack open all the questions you have and any issues, is that right there. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm sorry I talked too long, but we will be on again next week, and I'll be doing live healings again. I also wanted to say that I'm going to be doing webinars. It's going to be very intense. I will be posting about that, but it's going to be 10 minutes of direct healing for each person in the room. It's not going to be like a group healing where people are throwing love and vibes, kind of like that. It's not like that. It's going to be straight surgery, emotional blocks, me moving really, really fast and giving everybody a solid 10 minutes, and you'll be able to sign up for that, and you'll get the info for that later. So you can find all the replays of this show, and the past shows on iHeartRadio by looking for Survive and Live Well, or on Ellen's website, ellenjacobs.com. This is your host, April Fontana, the Oracle Healer. You can find me at theoraclehealer.com or Facebook if you're interested in a full healing. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. See you next week.